G'day everyone, Michael from the gym here. Just want to go through some core extension exercises that we're doing in our classes, or we've been doing them in the classes for a long time, but we've seemed to have ramped them up a little bit lately. They're just a bit more prevalent in our programming, and a few handy hints might be good for a few guys out there. First one is a military get-up. Now, this is essentially a bridge extension. What it is you're in a bridge position, you're going to add some instability to it by coming up onto your hands, then back down onto your elbows continuously. Now, for a few of you people out there with delicate skin on your elbows, make sure you put a towel down under your arms first. Looks like this. So starting this simple front bridge position, go straight up onto your hands, straight back down onto your elbows. Always try and go alternate hand, so do a bit of reverse order each time. Things that people do wrong in this situation, they lift their butt up really high. So they get up like this, and they try and do it like this. Really don't get the same impact through your core muscles. Your hamstrings are doing a lot more of the work. One other way that you can add a bit of an extension to this and make it a bit tougher is, rather than going up one arm at a time, you can turn it into effectively a tricep workout at the same time. Go straight up to there, and then straight back down. That gets pretty tough, so I'm not going to do too many of them. The second thing I wanted to demo was a hollow rock. Now, during this exercise, a lot of people have been having some trouble with their lower back, so please try and pay attention to the way I set up here, and that will really help you out. First things first, get set with your feet flat on the floor. It really is the best way to start. Curl your chest up like the bottom half of a simple ab crunch. From there, get your arms back, elbows behind ears, and at this point, you'll have your lower back jammed really hard into the ground. What we want to do now is lift our legs up, holding our lower back forced into the ground, and really just maintaining this position. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can rock back and forth, or you can add in a V-sit and all those sorts of things, but we're not really at that point yet. All we want to do is just hold our hollow rock. Now, where people go wrong is they drop their shoulders down too low, and that causes their lower back to arch up off the ground, and that causes some pain through their lower back. Guys, the key thing for that is, if you're getting pain in your lower back, rather than going lower, you need to go higher and really force your lower back into the ground. The other thing with your arms, don't bring them up here, force them back, and almost try and push against the imaginary wall that is behind you. That great extension through your shoulders adds a lot of pressure into your upper abs, gives you a great extra core workout. Third and final thing I wanted to go through was Kettlebell To and Fro. Now, there's no doubt this is the most advanced of the three exercises we're going through today, and this can be a little bit tricky for a few people. When you start though, make sure you've got a bit of room. It always seems difficult to get through to people. Your legs are going to go all the way in front and all the way back, so make sure you've got sort of 1.5 meters clearance on each side. You start like this, push-up position. Normally when you do these exercises in a class, it'll be a push-up on this side and a dip on the other, but for purposes of this little activity, I'm just going to demonstrate the moving of the legs. The legs are going to go from back, like so, all the way forward into this position. Once we get here, we go all the way back to there. Now it's that backwards motion that most people seem to have trouble with. A lot of people can get their legs forward. When it comes time to go back, sort of drag their legs and get them stuck here, and even fall down on their butts, which would look great on video, I've got to say. What we want to do though, is rather than just drag, the first thing to do is lift up into an L-sit, and then swing your legs back. Go through that again. So rather than pulling, what we want to do is we want to lift, and then slide our legs through. During a class, particularly in a tanks exercise, we normally set a bit of a challenge on these, and it is push up, into dip, into push up, into dip, into push up, etc. That's quite challenging from a muscular endurance and a cardio perspective. Anyway, there's 3 great core extension exercises for you. Military get-ups. What else did we do? Hollow rocks and kettlebell twos and fros. Cheers. See you in the gym.